Okay, so COVID hits and many of you were put on what was called a COVID forbearance plan. I'm hearing stories about people getting put on agreements that last anywhere from 1 month all the way up to 6 months, meaning the lender issued some sort of agreement telling you you were not required to make your mortgage payment for those amount of months. A lot of these got issued in March, and what's happening now is that some of them are becoming due and some of them are getting extended. So the purpose of this video is to just talk about one potential option that FHA is providing, which is called an FHA standalone partial claim. What this means is if you were somebody who had an FHA loan who received a forbearance plan for your loan, meaning FHA and your servicer told you you did not have to pay for a certain amount of time, and that amount of time is over, and you are back to work and able to resume making payments, one option that you can ask FHA to give you and ask your servicer to give you is called a standalone partial claim. We're just going to quickly go through the requirements to receive a partial claim. So number one, you have to have been either current on your mortgage or less than 30 days past due before you defaulted on your mortgage. So if you were just bopping along paying your mortgage and then COVID hit, you definitely would qualify, meet this requirement. If you were somebody who was over a month delinquent when COVID hit, your servicer would deny you from this option. So you need to have been current or under 30 days before COVID hit. That you have to be able to demonstrate to the lender that you have the ability to start making your mortgage payments. Now, we don't know what this means yet because this is relatively new, but this does likely mean that the lender or the servicers will have the ability to request pay stubs from you or proof that you are employed or bringing in money at the requisite amount to resume making those mortgage payments. And so you may have to send these in. If you have not financially recovered, you should not waste your time trying to apply for this partial claim. If you still have no income coming in, you're going to want to talk to your bank about other options, such as either extending the forbearance plan or coming up with some other solution. We can talk about this later in other videos, but you will have to demonstrate that you have the ability to resume making the mortgage payments. And then the property has to be owner occupied. So you have to be living in the home. The standalone partial claim for this option does not apply to rental properties or vacant properties. If you meet those three requirements and the banks decide to approve you for this, a partial claim just generally means that they're going to take the amount that you didn't pay and they're going to kind of attach it to the end of the loan in a way that they call a partial claim. They're saying, per the guidelines, there's an article attached to this page, but they're saying that they're not going to include any late fees in this partial claim amount. It will simply be the arrears that you missed plus any interest per the original agreement. What that means is they will attach the partial claim to your property. And so in the long run, or if you ever decide to sell your home, or if you look at your title report, what it will look like is you'll have your first mortgage that you took out originally, and then underneath that you'll have a partial claim for just the amounts that you missed. And what they're hoping that this will do is then just allow you to kind of pick back up making those regular mortgage payments, and then eventually when the loan is fully paid off, or if you sell the home or just pay your loan off, you will also pay that partial claim amount. So from the bank's perspective, it's a way to get you back making payments, recover without having to pay the full amount. Again, this only applies to loans that are backed by FHA. You do have to apply for it, and you should know that this is an option for you if you have FHA. If the bank is giving you pushback on giving you a partial claim and you feel like you meet these requirements, you might want to reach out for some assistance. As all the programs are new, we don't really know yet how the lenders are going to implement all of this. But you should know your rights and you should know how you can qualify for these programs. And if you have any questions and you're in the state of Washington and you need some help, feel free to give me a call.